ERPZEN, your go-to place for mastering Oracle Fusion. Today, we are diving into one of the foundational elements of Oracle financial configuration, the chart of account value sets. If you are working with the COA structures or setting up financial segments, this is a must-known topic. So let's get started. This is very important, and if you do something wrong, client has to carry on with it, and it is one-time setup. That means if you do something wrong, that cannot be corrected, and they have to continue living with that. This is going to be one of the crucial decisions as part of implementation project. Whenever we start implementation, there will be two elements which are going to be crucial for the success of the implementation project. That is chart of accounts and enterprise structure. These two are very crucial whenever you are working on an implementation project. So today we are going to discuss about chart of accounts. And when we are discussing about subledger modules, this is when we'll discuss about the enterprise structures. So chart of accounts is not something very new in any accounting system. In all the systems, chart of accounts will be present with a different naming convention. So let us understand what is chart of accounts. So before I dive into chart of accounts, I start telling about something, a very example from the bookkeeping standpoint, and we'll understand how bookkeeping works. Then how do we convert the same into like how do we map the same into chart of accounts? So let's get start with the basic fundamental thing. Whenever you want to book a internet expense, what will be the accounting entry like? Internet expenses, debit, internet expenses, debit, cash or bank, credit. This is the accounting entry. So in the same, like the same, we'll pass it in the system. And this is fine when I'm entering the entries, when I'm booking the entries in the bookkeeping system. Now let's say these expenses are incurred by two branches, and one is Mumbai and the other one is Bangalore. Now, how do I rate the accounting entry? Let's say this expense was incurred by Mumbai branch. So, how do I rate the accounting entry then? See, if it's one company or one branch, I don't have any issues directly. I will book the above said entry. But here, I have two branches, and this expense was related to Mumbai entity. And in this case, how do I enter the same accounting entry and at the same time, I point or tag the same to Mumbai branch. So now let's book a general for Mumbai branch at the same accounting entry. In this way, in this case, I point the branch code first. Mumbai, Mumbai, internet expenses, debit, Mumbai, cash or bank, credit. Mumbai, cash or bank, credit. In this way, I specify the branch code. Now, in olden days, from bookkeeping standpoint, we will not segregate like Mumbai telephone, sorry, Mumbai internet expenses like that. Because it's bookkeeping standpoint. What is going to happen? Both the branches maintain their own books ledgers and every entity will be entering the information in their own books. And when they want to consolidate, accountants use it to travel. And when they want to consolidate, when I say consolidate, they want to arrive at organization financial status. They combine both the ledgers like Mumbai and Bangalore ledgers. This is how things will happen in bookkeeping system. So in olden days, if you talk about bookkeeping system, the accountants they used to travel from one city to other city and they make the figures and then they present it. Especially at the time of month end, they use it to travel around. Why? Because they use it to take both the books, combine the figures, and then prepare the financial statements and present them to higher authorities, managers, etc. Saying that this is how our trial balance, profit and loss account look like for the current period. Separate ledger is maintained for each of the branches because you are maintaining separate ledgers for your branches. You will generally posting the data like this. Where in Mumbai book, whenever you need internet expense, you debit internet expense and credit cash or bank because it is only related to Mumbai branch and all the related expenses to Mumbai branch will be booked into Mumbai ledger. Now, anything which was related to Bangalore, you are going to enter those journal entries in Bangalore ledger. But the question is, when you maintain a single book for both the branches, then to differentiate the data by branch wise, then you are going to enter the journal entries like this. This was not possible in bookkeeping because it's two different towns and cities. Generally, you maintain two different books. When it comes to system standpoint, Oracle system standpoint, if you have two branches and if they are using one single ledger, then you always start entering the data like this. Now, I want to enter the same telephone expense and at the same time, I want to tag the cost center department. In this case, how do I present this accounting entry? And if it is simple bookkeeping, this is how I capture the journal entry. But now I want to capture some additional information like cost center. Let's say this internet expenses are incurred by marketing team or sales team. I want to record this expense against sales department. Then how do I do that? So how it is going to work is Mumbai sales internet expense debit Mumbai finance cash or bank, credit. So here, sales team, we have tagged the cost center sales to our journal entry. In this way, we are going to understand who has incurred the expense. Now, when you are booking the journal entry, we are entering three elements, and in Oracle, we call them as segments. What is my first segment here? Segment. So here, the first segment is branch. The second segment is cost center, or let's say is also called as department. Third, GL account. The GL account can be expense, revenue, asset, liability, and equity. It can be any one of these. It can be any one of these things, and these are called as account type. Account types, account types. So it can be any one of these, and those are called as account type. So what is happening whenever you are entering or booking a journal, you are using three dimensions. Now, why we are entering these three dimensions and what is there that are going to achieve tomorrow with this multi-dimensional activity? Whenever I book a journal entry or transaction by using different dimensions, tomorrow if management asks me to run a report and get it for them, then I will be able to use such information to them. Now let's take an example. Transport, cost center, GL account, debit amount, and credit amount. Now our branch code is Mumbai and the cost center is sales. Cost center, or you can say it as department, sales, internet expenses, debit 10,000. Mumbai, finance department, cash, bank account, 10,000. Now, I want to take another example. Mumbai. Now, here, you want to retrieve. Every time I am booking a journal in system, I am entering all these segment details because I'm entering my transactional data with different dimensions. It becomes easy for me to run reports at any given point of time. Now, let's say management came and asked, give me the trial balance for Mumbai branch. Then we'll run at branch code, segment level. Then what will happen? I will get the full financial report for my Mumbai branch, and we can give sample report to some same report to management also. Same way, same way. Say the sales department head came and requested, can you give me the financial statement related to their cost center or department? Then what you do? You will run the report at cost center level. You will run the report at cost center level. And now only select the sales and run the report from the overall data that is available in the system. In the same way, there is someone called accountant who is taking care of all the internet expenses. Now, he wants to understand what is the internet expense the department or a particular spend that when he will bring, he will run the reported GL account and that will give him the insight. So what is happening when you maintain the data in system, when the same transactional data is taken into account and the data was sliced through our financial report. When it comes to financial reports, you will be having different MIS requirements. You may have financial director, branch manager, accountant. So what is happening here? Each position may have different reporting needs. When it comes to financial director, he wants to see overall finance report. That is combination of all branches. He wants to check how the organization is performed. When he got the report, he can do analysis and know on how the expenses are getting incurred and what branch is lacking in generating revenue. So he can take some strategic decisions and take some steps to improve the business for those respective branches. So all these reporting helps the management to take some strategic decisions. So that's the main purpose behind this MIS reporting. Then in the same way, the branch manager he wants to check how his branch is performing. Like what is the profit that this particular branch has produced. Here, what is happening? Branch manager or the finance director, they are more interested at company level. So the finance director is more interested at company level, where the company has multiple branches, so that they get consolidated report of all the branches and then they review the financial status of each branch. When it comes to branch manager, what is happening? Branch manager is interested in his branch and how his branch is performing. He will not think or bother about the overall organization performance since it's not his job and it is job of the higher manager. So his job is to mainly focus on his branch, like how the expenses are getting incurred and how the revenue are generated for that particular branch. So those things he will take care as part of the reporting needs. You have accountants like when I say accountant, you will see payroll accountant, then you have treasury, who will take care of all the cash accounts. Then you have payments team. They will have collections team. Likewise, you will have different sections under each section. You will have different accountant who will take care of all their own things. Being a payroll accountant, I want to see and I am more interested to see payroll related transactions. only because I am a payroll accountant and I will be focusing only on my payroll related GL accounts like salary accounts. So these are the accounts which I am interested to see. This is how you will get a sliced data of the financial reporting. In nutshell, what I am trying to put here is in an organization, you can find different layers like managers, board of directors, branch managers, supervisor, and accountant. At each level, the reporting requirements will differ. All these different layers of reporting requirements should be catered and designed in the chart of accounts. So that is the main purpose to design chart of accounts. So whenever you are designing the chart of accounts, it is our responsibility to make sure that the chart of accounts design is catering all the business reporting requirements and different MIS reporting requirements. So when I say different MIS level, financial director will have a different financial reporting requirement. Branch manager will have a different financial reporting requirement. And the same with accountant and branch manager. At each stage, the individuals will have different requirement of reporting. And all those needs should be fulfilled when you design the chart of accounts. Now, at this Now, in this stage, it is giving me an option to slice the data based on my requirement. Whenever I book any journal, I write the journal entry with branch code and with the department code and then the natural account. So let's say now I am selling the products. Let's take advertisement expenses. We'll take the example of Lenovo laptop. When they are trying to launch a new product to the market, they are running some advertisement campaigns. So you can take Lenovo laptops as an example. They recently launched Yoga Book 99 Dual Screen. So as part of their launch, they are running some advertisement campaigns. So let's say we are spending around 5 crores. Now, this 5 crores they want to book as an expense. In that case, I'll book the journal entry as. Since it is for Mumbai, we are booking the journal entry for Mumbai and sales team is doing the advertisement campaign. And now this is the entry. Mumbai sales advertisement expenses Lenovo Yoga Book 99 repeat Mumbai Finance Cash. So as a company, we will be handling different products like laptops are one product, monitors are another product, and mouse, speakers, and all other products. So I will have different versions like 9A laptop, Yoga Book 7A. Here, the particular expense that the organization was incurring is related to a product that is Lenovo Book Yoga 9A dual screen. So, we are doing here is when you are booking a transaction or journal entry, first I have mentioned what is the branch, then which department is spending this expense and what expenses they are spending, whether it is advertisement, etc. What is the nature of expense and against this product, Lenovo Book Yoga 99, I am spending this expense to advertise this product into the market since it was newly launched into the market. In this case, I'm capturing the product code also. So tomorrow when management asks to run the report, revenue report, let's say the overall profit on sale of Lenovo Book Yoga AI is 20 crore, but there are some expenses which are incurred by the management. So as part of advertising the new product, Lenovo Book 99 screen 20 crore. We have to reduce the advertisement expense, and what is the net profit was made by the company is 15 crore. So this is how you arrive at the profit made by selling of Lenovo Book 98 dual screen laptops. Now we are getting the information related to expenses. When you are booking the transaction, you are capturing the information, and in the same way, when you are selling laptops, this is the entry look like. Here, we will reduce the expenses incurred and we will always derive the net profit. When you maintain data in this type, when you slice data in this manner, you will be able to arrive at this type of conclusions. So that is the main theme. We have dimensions to chart effect. So there is something known as default. Default. Why we will mention default is it like it is the operational cost and I don't want to show it on any of my segments. That means the cost was incurred was not related to any of my segments and it is just to my operational cost. And anytime you don't want to book, then you can keep them as default. Organizational expenses which are incurred at branch level or cost center level. And if you want a snapshot of overall performance, then you can run the report so that all the information we can see in that report and reporting will happen at full dimension level. Depending on the needs, we select those parameters and run the report so that we'll get the financial report data. Now, the dimensions which we are seeing is transport, department or cost center, GL account, or these dimensions in Oracle we call them as segments. Dimensions means I can generate the report at branch level or at cost center level or GL account level. So at any of these dimensions, I can run the report. So this gives the flexibility that chart of account gives us provided you identify all these dimensions when you are designing the chart of accounts. So let's take a small example. I have not added JL accounts as a dimension to my chart of accounts. If so, you cannot run the report by JL account wise if something is not part of chart of accounts. Until management is expecting us to give a report at that level, then you will not be able to run it and give it to them. So the main criteria to finalize the chart of accounts is you need to understand all the reporting dimensions of an organization. And when all the dimensions are captured in chart of accounts, then you will be able to give them the report which can be generated. Now, if you see, we have four dimensions: transport, cost center, GL account, product, and I want to add another three segments: locations, future one, future two, and future three, and future three. So these are the segments which I need to design in the chart of account. segments. Why we add future 1 and 2 and 3 are these are the additional segments because as I mentioned earlier, chart of accounts is one time definition. This is a one time setup. With the discussion with our client, we have identified five these five segments as our dimensions as part of our reporting needs. Tomorrow, if company has entered and diversified the business into another products and acquired a new business, so we can use these three segments: future one, two, three. And if there is an increase in business, then there is a need of another dimension. In this scenario, we will not change the chart of account. We generally do is to we use these future 1 and 2 and 3 segments to cater the future reporting requirements. And we'll change the name from future 1, 2, 3 to different naming convention. So minimum segments to define a chart of accounts is 2 and maximum 30. This is a very important interview question. And the minimum segments are company and natural accounts. These are the two minimum segments we have to use when you are defining a chart of account values. So that's wrap on the chart of account value sets in Oracle Fuel. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more ERP insights. Drop your questions or topic requests in the comments. Thank you. Thanks for watching ERPZEN, and I'll see you in the next video.